Hello everybody, we'll talk about some application of extended chords, okay? So let's look at this 2516 chord progression. So we have the 2 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord, and then we have this 6-7, which is really just a secondary dominant of D minor 7. We'll be looping this chord progression here. So we take a listen, 251. So we have a D minor 7. Okay, D minor 7. And then we have a G dominant 7. And then we have a C major 7. Alright. And then we have an A dominant. Alright, so that's 2516. Okay, so let's take a look at the chord progression again. For the D minor 7, usually you can go for a D minor 9th at least. You can also go for a D minor 11th. D minor 13 is relatively rare in this case. So usually we see 9th or 11th here. G7th, if we are sticking with the unaltered version, which is what we have learned, you can go for a G9th sound, okay, or a G13 sound. And in this case, you can go for G13 sharp 11. That's fine. Sometimes we play the G13, but without the sharp 11. That's so people just add the so that in that case that would be the G. There would be these notes GBF plus the 9th A plus the 13 J B C D E E. Okay. Cool. C major 7th. You can do C major 9th. You can do C major. Well, actually, C major 9th is what you would usually see. We seldom use sharp 11 here. And usually we can use this guy, this version, only if C major 7 is the last chord. And after that, you're not playing anything else. You're not adding more stuff, more chord to the song. So for the reason that if we add the sharp 11 to the chord, that would become a lenient sound. So that wouldn't fit very well here. So usually we would want to add tensions. That's that we add the major 9th, okay. And you would sometimes see C major 6 as well. All right. So you can actually play a C major 13, but no sharp 11. Okay. That would be fine as well. And then the dominant 7 chord here, you can add A9, do A9. Let me think about it. Okay, so sharp 11th, probably not. Okay, and so let me explain why not sharp 11. So if we do A7 sharp 11, so A sharp 11th, okay. So A7 sharp 11th is actually a tension that is mostly reserved for the non-resolving case. Okay, we'll talk about that here. So usually we just stick with a 9th chord if we want to use the unaltered version. Okay, so unaltered version meaning the tensions would be somewhat stable. Okay, so no sharp flat 5 or sharp flat 9 just yet. So A13 with no sharp 11 is still cool. Okay, so that's probably the applications of extended chords. That's probably the choices that you would see on in a 2516 chord progression. Okay, so non-resolving dominant, that's the case that you're probably worrying about. So we don't want sharp 11 here because, again, that's reserved for a very special case. So G 7th, in this case, is a non-resolving chord. Okay, because the next chord doesn't, it's an a C 7 or C major 7 or C minor 7. So the root is in C, okay? So for this case, you can go G 7 and then sharp 11. And it's a leading dominant sound, which we would talk about in the mode section. Actually, in the melodic minor section, sorry. So let's not worry about this one too soon. For now, I just want you to realize that, hey, when you see a chord that's non-resolving, you can add a tension to it, and that's usually the sharp 11th, okay? And then you see it's just a 2-5-1 here, right? It's just a 1 chord, so you can apply what we have just done here to here, okay? Cool, so that's it for this section, probably. Okay, I would see you in the next section then. Congratulations, you have made it this far.